everybody, welcome to Elisa's Art Room. Tonight we're going to be working some more on our vintage Paris journal. So y'all come in and say hi. Let me know you're here. We are live on Facebook. If you're watching this over on YouTube at a later date, it will be a replay. Hey Dawn. I'm going to get you guys pulled up so I can see the chat. I hear hubby coming in. If you hear any bells or dinging, that's him coming home from work finally. All right, part 7. All right, so we are going to do some fun things tonight. I've got a couple of ideas picked out, and we're going to decorate some pages and get started on this. Hey, Lori. Give you guys a few minutes, well, not a few minutes, but just a bit to jump on and say hi. Is the strike over? Kinda. We'll say kinda. Like, there's been like 3 different ones, so I think 2 of them are over. There's one that's about to happen again, but movies are filming again. I think most of it's over. At least he has some work on a TV show, so he's got some work. It's long hours, crazy long hours. It's like 6 to 6, so very long hours, which means me fixing him breakfast at 4 a.m. So crazy fun hours for me too. So yeah, I'm really super glad, Don, that we have work because we were seriously hurting there. But yeah, we're finally starting to feel a little more comfortable. Yeah, crazy hours, right? And then it's like an hour to an hour and a half drive. So you got to add that on top of it. So yeah, he's so tired. He usually will get off work, fall asleep in a parking lot somewhere, and then come home after he sleeps for like an hour. So he's just walking in because he went to sleep in a parking lot somewhere. But I'd rather him do that than drive tired, you know? So, got to do what you got to do. Anyway, enough of that. So let's get on with this live. I am going to pull you guys up to the top so that we can get started. Hey, Deborah. And we'll get this project started. All right, let's get y'all centered and straight. Looks good. Meant to double check the volume, but it should be all right. Let's see, what shall I start on? So this is our journal. We've basically started the cover. We will do some more to it later, but this is the basics of it. And got little pockets, which I will embellish just a little bit more than that. And then 3 signatures that we've started working on. This one seems to be the smallest, so I'll probably work in this one tonight if I can. But we've just done some little bits here and there. I like that page. And I think I'm going to pick either this one or... These are about the same. I'm trying to spread things out so I don't get, usually what happens is I get one that's like crazy full and I haven't touched the other 2. I don't know why. It just always works that way. So I'm just going to pick a page. I want this pink page, because I have some pink doilies that I want to use. And I think they will look good there. Let's see, what else do we have? Don't know if I'm going to put some in the middle. I'm debating on my middle spread. Middle spreads, gosh, guys, they're always the hardest. Are they the hardest for you? They're always the hardest for me to figure out what to do because I feel like they should be special somehow, but in reality, the paper I have picked out here is already so pretty. You don't really have to do a lot to it, but I'm leaning, I might put a doily there. I've got a pocket doily thing that I saw. I'm going to leave these two aside for now. We'll start on this page. I saw on, who did I see do that? Shabbydabbydoodah. She was doing some little pocket doilies, and they're common. They've been done many, many, many times. But she was adding paper to them and just basically making them a little sturdier. And so I thought that looked cool. So I want to do that. I also saw these little, they're not quite like this, but little like tea bag rosettes kind of. And I didn't see a video on it. I just saw it on an ad that came across my Pinterest, and it was similar to that. And I was like, well, I bet I could make something like that. And I tried to find videos on YouTube for anybody doing them. They've got to be common. I'm sure people have done them. The only one I found was from like 5 years ago, and it was by, what was her name? I want to say Michelle White was her name. And I found her video, and hers were very similar, but she layered the tea bags more. But nonetheless, we're going to try to do that. Let's see. And then maybe an over-the-pocket envelope page. Well, these are my ideas. So I've got a whole bunch of junk mail envelopes. I thought I had more of these put out, but I don't see them. My utility company was sending out these nice plain brown envelopes, which I really liked, and then they quit doing it. It's like, okay, what was that all about? You sent them out for like, I don't know, maybe 3 months, 4 months, and then they quit. And it's like, okay, I liked those. They were nice. I'm sure it was a money thing. It probably cost too much or something. All right, so let's start with, we're going to start with this doily thing, because I went ahead and dyed some doilies. I had a few dyed, but I dyed some more. I have a couple of different sizes. So, different size doilies. I usually get these just at Dollar Tree. They come in like usually a variety pack. This one's from somewhere else. I don't know where. I've had it for a while. These ones with the little roses on them. Some of these are dyed. Some of them are just like vintage distress ink, or this transparent burnt umber Liquitex ink, which is very similar to coffee dye when you spray it on. So I can't usually tell the difference. So some of them are that. And then these are like different distress inks or stains. So a couple different colors. I did a blue, and I think that's the vintage distress ink. And then I did some pinks, and this one's kind of like a teal. So I don't remember. I think it's Shiny Bauble, maybe? Possibly Shiny Bauble. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look at the thing. So I have a couple of colors that are that color, that kind of green color. So we're going to do something with these. I definitely want to use a pink one. Which pink do I like better? They're about the same. We'll go with that one. Maybe this blue. What was that? That's just a plain envelope. And then another envelope. And then what I was thinking, she did, I'll show you the pocket she did first. I thought I had one folded already somewhere. I'm trying to find it. No, I folded it. I just don't know where I stuck it. All right, it's got to be over here in this pile. Well, it doesn't have to be. Well, here's a tiny one, but that's not the one. Oh, there it is. I found it. Oh, okay. So this is your typical doily pocket. You just fold in the sides, fold it up, glue it, make a pocket. Okay? That's everywhere. Everybody does those. So she took it a step further, to where she folds in the sides, folds it up, but then she adds scrapbook paper in the back. And this gives it a little more stability, and it adds a pretty design. So we're going to do that on this one, I think. And then I was thinking, gosh, I know I folded one of these. Maybe it's in the book. Was it in the book? In my signature? Let me see. Did I stick it in here already? It's not there. It's in this one. Nope, it's not there. All right, you put it somewhere, girl. Losing stuff again. Seems to be my thing. I don't think I stuck it back in my tea-dyed stuff. It's got to be on this table somewhere. All right, table. It's possible I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. It's possible it's just buried. That's usually what happens. It gets buried. And then I can't find it. All right, I'm not seeing it. So we'll just do another one. It's fine. It was long. It was one of these big doilies. All right, anyway, we'll do it with this pink one. I'm getting too distracted. I know I have it. I just don't know where I put it because I've lost it, obviously. I don't think it's in here. Watch it be in here. It's in there. I knew I had it. Okay, so with the big doily, if you do the same thing like you're going to do a pocket, and you just fold in the edges, these big ones are like the right size for inserting in here. So I'm thinking that's what I'll do with the big ones, is I'll put them in my center pages and turn them into little tucks with some decorating. Just because this is so pretty, I don't know that I really want to do anything to them too much, but it'll give the page still some interactive elements. So we're going to do that first. And hers is very similar to that, but we'll wait. And then we'll get to the flower rosettes. I don't think they'll take a real long time. This should be fairly quick. So let's pick the right colors for these pages. So I've got 3 center spreads. Oops. Just dropping everything on the floor. Okay. Let's pick our doily colors. Oh, hello, Jimmy Lou. I didn't see you jump on. I was watching her earlier over on her channel. I don't know if y'all watched her. She was crafting with her hubby. It was so cute. It was actually very fun to watch. I enjoyed it. Jimmy Lou is, in case y'all don't know, the Messy Craft Corner. She sprinkled. Thank you for sprinkling, sweetie. All right, I'm trying to find my center page. There it is. Okay, so we have these 3 colors, a lot of pinks. I'm hoping I can pull some of this green or something. So we all know coffee dyed would work. That's obvious, but I want to see if I can use a brighter color. All right, this pink. Okay, I think that pink works with that. Where's my other color? I'll have to use coffee dyed on one of them. Can I use this green? It's not bad. I think it's close enough. This is a fraction more green than blue, but it doesn't look bad on that page. I think this one's going to have to be coffee dyed or pink. It could be pink again, but this is more red than pink. Let me see. I don't have another big one other than a plain coffee dye. I don't guess I did another color that was big. Honestly, I think I was almost out of the big doilies. So, all right, so we'll just do a coffee dyed one on that one. That'll be fine. We'll decorate it so it looks pretty. I think I'm going to try this blue on this one. Hopefully it's not too much. If it seems too blue, I could throw some green on top of that and tone it down just a little bit. So here's the idea. Let's see if this works. We're going to put these, I'm going to put these 2 aside. Start with this one since I already have it folded. Oops. I tried to scroll the chat and I scrolled the whole video. Hey Nancy, I'm trying to see who else on here. Hey Nancy, hey Lori, hey Deborah. What else did I miss? 2 Deborahs. Both Deborahs are on. And Becky. Okay. All right, so I got to pick out some pretty paper for the inside of this. So let's grab our papers. I don't think... Ooh, that's a tough one. Let me see. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. I'm going to set this on my bed. Kirby Teasdale might have a blue. And Tattered and Worn. I don't think that's very heavy. I kind of would rather it not be super light. Honestly, I think the only heavier one I have is the ephemera one, but maybe I can find something. I know I'm going to need this one for the blue, so let me grab it real quick because I'm thinking about it. I'm getting all distracted again. You'd think I was ADD or something, but I'm actually, I don't think I am. I'm type A, so I'm all over the place. But that's pretty. I wonder if I even have any of those left. Kitty, are you wanting out already? We just started. Mr. Kitty Cat. See, this is, I'm thinking I might have to tone that down. But there may be one in here that's got, oh, that's pretty. This might be too busy. Well, if I use this part of it, that's not so busy. All right, I'll take that aside. I might use that. I'm thinking it needs to not be too busy. Ooh, that's kind of pretty, isn't it? It's got both this color and that green. That might work better. Okay. I think I like that. I think it would look pretty because it's got both greens and maybe that'll tie it together better. All right, we'll throw that one with that. We'll do that. And then for that pink, a lot of bright colors, so it's very possibly where some of these came from. So, what is a secondary color I could stick in there? It looks like just browns. Browns or whites. I might do maybe I should do my Paris paper. Do you think I have enough cut out? That might be a possibility. I'll see if I have enough printed, not cut out, but printed. Oh my gosh. These are all loose, so I can't turn the pages because they're loose because I've already tore half of them out. What do we got? We got chairs. This is very much a sewing theme, you know? Doesn't it remind you of like a Paris, what is that called? Atelier? Like Attlier? I don't know how to say it. I think that's right. It reminds me of that. I was actually watching an old show the other day, a couple of days ago. I was watching Miss Harris Goes to Paris. It was so cute. You have to watch it if you like old shows like that. It is really good, though. I think that's just too much of the same color. I might look at the Paris one and see if it's not too busy. Hey, Dorothy. No greens. A lot of these are just a little too busy. Let me see if I have that paper that I designed and printed. Well, I didn't design. Well, I designed some of them, but I didn't design all of them. All right, let's see. So we have the story, but I don't think I want that. I have my lace. Do I have enough lace? Probably not. I don't think I have enough of this printed. It would be pretty, but I don't have enough of that printed right now. What do I have? I have that storyline. I'm not sure. I have this that just has like words, Paris words. Let me see what that. Let me fold this real quick. I want to see what this looks like inside it. I can figure out where to fold it. I'll try to get it to where there's a even spot. If when you make your fold, you try to get it so that, I'm probably not on camera, I'll move it up. You try to get it so that you don't have too many holes where the fold is. It works a little bit better. Fold it gentle first in case you have to change it. You know, don't go too crazy with your pushing. And I'd rather them overlap because it's going to be really wide. This is a huge doily. Go a little bit further. Maybe there. So it's got this piece. See, if I folded it right here, I would have all those lines on the edge, and I don't want that. So I'm trying to pick one of the rosettes or whatever they are on here. That way it doesn't cause as many issues. Like this one is mostly on there, and it's got a little bit that's on the edge. But when it's on the edge, sometimes they fall apart and they don't work as well. Does that look straight? That does not look straight. It definitely doesn't look straight. I think I need to be, let me see. Yeah, I need to be closer in on the top. And you could measure if you want, but where's the fun in that? It's a little close. It's close enough to see what this is going to look like. What does that look like? I don't like it. It's not, it's too open, I guess. I think it's too open. No. I'm looking what I have. This stuff. I don't know. I almost feel like it needs a pink, guys. Hold on. I'm going to find pretty paper. Let me grab out maybe Theodosia Square, if I can find it. Theodosia and Ephemera. We'll try those two. They're so heavy. Oops. Knocking my ink off. There's that, and there's Theodosia. I think Theodosia might be too light. Oh, I'm sorry, kitty. My poor cat. He's so patient until he's not. I may let him out. All right. Sorry, guys. 1 second. I know. There you go. Okay. I'm back. All right, let's see. We'll check Ephemera first. This is a little bit thicker. Theodosia is kind of thin. It doesn't have to be super thick, though. What do we got in here? So we got this. It's kind of busy already. I mean, I could just use solids, but I don't think I want to use solids. Where's the fun in that? That's not terrible. I don't want butterflies. That's got world maps. I know haberdashery has some sewing elements, but I think it's just too thick. Strawberries. Colors are similar, but map. Keys. Not ephemera. It's too busy. All right, let's try Theodosia. What does Theodosia have? I'm trying to keep both colors close. The lighter might be better. That's kind of pretty. It's not really pink. it is pretty. I wonder if there's a pink variation. Blue, green. No. It's hurt my hand. Whew. Gotta love tendonitis. Don't have a lot of pinks. Too busy. Sometimes the hardest part is picking out your pages, your colors. I know I have something with little flowers like that, I thought, in brown, which might work if I can figure out where they are. I have these in pink. Is it too busy? It's not really pink. That's the problem. This is a bright pink because this is pretty bright, but these are all very orangey. What do I have that has more pinks? Not that. All right. How about... trying to think of other packs I have. What is this one? That's a stripe, maybe. It's a little bit in tattered and worn. I have a lot of papers, guys. I do have a lot of papers. All right. Okay. There's a stripe in here that might work. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's possibly... what's that look like? That might work too. It's not as bright, but at least it's the right tone. And then there's a stripe somewhere. Let me see if I can find the stripe. The bricks aren't bad either. I know I saw it on the outer cover. At least I think it's stripe. Of course, chances are I've used it already. This right here, doesn't it look like a stripe? Right. That's not bad either, is it? Just little roses. It's got like some sewing in there. What does that look like? That's kind of pretty. Oh, there's the stripe. I saw it. I knew it was there. Maybe the stripe. I do kind of like that. The color's almost perfect. And it's not too crazy. We'll go with the stripe. I'm like this too, but we might use that element somewhere else in it. Maybe on the front, because there's also a place on the front we can put more. We'll keep it aside just in case. And I don't think the Tattered and Worn had anything. There's a little bit of pink in the back, but it's pretty, also kind of almost orangey or something. These at least color coordinated in the order. Yeah, that's almost a fuchsia. Yeah, too bright. Okay, it's not Tattered and Worn. This one's good though. This will work. Okay, so we'll put this with this page. Let's not get our pages messed up. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. Oops, that was in there. Sorry. Get back on camera. This was in here. It fell out. Kind of a loose pocket. Make sure I got everything the right direction still. Okay. I'm debating on taking that small doily out. Oh, I feel like I'm getting too many doilies, but we'll think about it. All right. So I set this aside with this. We're going to do that first one, and then we have all of our colors picked out, I hope. Is that just one? Yeah. There's that one. All right, so we got the blue and the pink picked out, and we've got our coffee dyed. Okay. Did I pick out anything for the coffee dyed? No. All right, coffee dyed. How about... there's some roses on there. What colors? looking at the colors. Could possibly go with the green or even that darker. The darker could be interesting. But it's almost that green. No, what's that? It's another stripe. But I do kind of like it. It's darker than I normally go, but it is kind of interesting. I'm going to pull one out. There's also that flourish, but I kind of like the stripe better than the flourish. Checking and see just before I make my final decision here. That's a little darker. I don't think I want to go that dark. Brownish. Alright, maybe that. It's got some green in it, which is interesting. Alright, I'll take one peek in here. Whoa, don't blow away. I think these were too busy. That's probably where this came from, honestly. Alright, let's go with the stripe. Just be different. Okay. Alright, we gotta get to work in here. Too much time picking out papers. Sometimes I do that ahead of time, but I did not. So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to put this. I may try to go around the scallops. I debated. The ones she did, she just went straight across and did not try to go around the scallops. She might have stopped there. I don't remember. We'll divide. All right, so also I have to decide which direction. I think it might look better this direction. That would make it like this. That direction. Yeah, I think I like horizontally better. Alright, so let's try to cut this to the right size. That's always fun, because I'm sure I didn't fold this even. It would be best if I folded it even. I don't think, oh, I don't know, it's close. It might be even. So I'm going to go just inside. I'm just going to mark it and do it that way. So, like I don't know, a 1/16 of an inch or so inside. And then we'll just cut this whole piece out for now. I am totally froze. I hope you guys aren't froze. Let me go out and come back in. All right. I cannot find a device that will stay connected other than my iPad. Everything else goes in and out constantly. Drives me bananas. Alright, so this goes here. This is just going to make it have a little more interest. That. And then I'm going to have to decide if I want it to be cut on the scallop. I'll try to get this to... I'm going to glue it first, and then I guess I'll decide. I don't know. You know, I'm going to trace this shape and attempt to cut it. It's not even straight, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to just attempt, not like all those little bumps and stuff, but I just want to get close. And then what I might do is just have a little bit of it peek out. I think that would be ideal. And you could just go straight across. I mean, there's no reason you can't. I'm trying to be difficult. inside that line. Hold on. I'm trying to remember which side's which, because they are different. This is on the back. Back right. Left. We're just going to say left. Just on one, just so I can kind of hopefully get it in the right spot. Just because I don't think those are the same. Where are my scissors? There they are. Okay, so let's attempt to kind of cut inside this shape. Because it doesn't have to be perfect. We'll try this and see if it works. It's easier to cut on the other side of the line than it is the inside of the line. Because you can't see what you're cutting because your scissors get in the way. What if I turned it the other way? I don't know, maybe. Oh well. Let's try that, see what it looks like. Alright, so which side's which? Left is this side, and right is this side. How bad is that? It's not terrible. It peeks out just a little. And it's not the same exact, but I think it's good enough. I think it's better than just being straight, personally. So we're going to glue that down. Just like that. What do I want to glue this with? There's a lot of holes. And I don't want it to stick. Man. I'm probably going to have to use art glitter. So many holes, guys. Yeah, I think I'll use art glitter. I don't know any other way to get around without going in the holes. If I use a glue stick, then it's going to go in the holes. I really don't want to go in the holes. I'm trying to, maybe I should do half. I'm going to fold it and do half because I think if I fold it first and do half, it may not dry so quickly before I get the whole thing finished. So I'm just going to go ahead and give myself a crease. So I'll have to try to do that later. Just a little bit of a crease. And then we'll do this half and then the other half. Let's see if that works. Okay, I'm going to try, well, let's do this outside edge. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work. I should probably use Fabri-Tac or something with a less quick drying time. I have a feeling, oops, I don't want to go that far. Get off there. I only want to go where my crease is. I don't know. You think it'll stay wet on it long enough? It's debative. I'm going to do half. And then I got to line it up and everything too, so all kinds of challenges. We're going to try. By having my crease there, I should be able to logically start on the crease and have it hit about the right place. Oh, I went way out on that. Can I move it? Probably not. Nope, I can't. Okay, that's fine. We'll cut the other side a little bit more. Well, at least it seems glued. I may have to powder that edge because it's gonna probably cause me issues. All right, I gotta trim this off just a little bit more because I went further in than I wanted. Otherwise this edge won't have hardly anything and the other edge will have more. Let's see if I can get it close. Close enough. Okay. Now, this time try to remember not to go to all the way to the outside. I forgot that. I forgot I didn't need to go to that very last ridge. I think this is the best way to do it. I don't know. You could use your glue stick or Fabri-Tac or PVA glue. I want it to dry fast because I want to be able to work with it. And I don't want to get my doily too wet. Doilies get very fragile when they're wet, so try not to get it too wet. All right, that feels okay. Now, you will be able to see through the holes, and I know that I could have put some kind of color on there, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. If it bothers me, I could use some ink on there, but it's probably not a big deal. What I could do is just take a little bit of my distress ink. Maybe. Let's see what this looks like if I just do a little bit of distress ink in there. I wasn't thinking about the other side showing some. It's hard to get inside the little holes. I may powder this. I don't know. It's not too sticky. If it feels sticky, I'll throw some powder if I missed any spots. Just because I don't want it to stick anywhere. Yeah, that's just not doing it anything. This is vintage, right? Yeah. It's getting on the other, but it's not really getting on the doily itself. Well, it did on that one, I guess. It's just hard to see. I don't want it too dark. Let me grab a cardboard. I don't mind if it's a little dark because it'll just add to the effect, but I'm only doing that outside just so I didn't really want to color the whole thing. And that will give it just a different color and look interesting, I think. So we'll just do it that way. At least it's not so white, you know, because there's not a lot of white on that page. It's all very browns. There, that's not bad. Okay. Where's my powder? Hold on. I'm not sure if it's sticky, and I don't like things to surprise me later and stick inside my book, my signature. So that's just some embossing powder. You can use talc or something. I don't like to use talc. I don't know what the ingredients are in that, but I don't think it's talc. That works okay. Okay, so there we got that. We got this. We got a little fold. We're going to sew this in to the signature when we sew it. So I'm going to glue these together. I'm going to just fix my fold just a little bit first. It's not too bad. All right, we'll glue it just right there. We don't want to mess with our pocket, so I just want to get just that little bit somehow. I'm going to use my acetate, guys. So I keep bits of acetate for gluing things like this that I don't want to go through. Because this is tricky because it's got holes everywhere. So I'm going to put it on this part. See if I can get it to hold. I don't think I want to make that any thicker. Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'm just going to keep it like it is. It's a little thin, but about there. That feels smells about right. Let's try that. And then, like I said, I'm going to do the powder trick again because I'm sure I went through the holes. It just takes away the sticky. Before I had this little embossing thing, I used my makeup powder. This is a embossing powder prep is what it's called. It's so that your embossing powder doesn't stick where you don't want it to stick. All right, there. So let's make sure we're not stuck to our acetate. See how you can see? A lot of times things go through. It's mostly powder. But now it won't cause a problem later. I'm going to just go grab something to throw in there real quick. So we'll be able to put stuff in there like so. All right. So there's that one. And we'll decorate it up pretty. And it will get sewed in here like this. We'll do some decoration here, probably here. All right, so there's that one. I think that color looks good with that. Right, let's set that aside and do the other two real quick. I say real quick. I'm going to try to do it real quick. I want to at least get to my flowers, guys. The over the page things can come later, but I wanted to do the flowers tonight. Alright, so let's try to do this one. See if I can fold it any better. That goes there. That goes there. Get my little pen back in before it dries out. So I can hit the hole. Okay. Alright, let me see. I'm going to try to use grid and see if I'm somewhat straight. Because I know I'm not. See where I'm really off. Yeah, there's a lot more there for sure. All right, let's see. I'm just going to pull this up. Just on that grid line. I think that's a little bit better. Doilies are relatively forgiving on your folds too, so they don't look horrible. All right, let's measure this. Stay. I think I'm going to cut that edge off and get it from the middle. Do it big enough I can get something out of it, maybe a belly band or something, so I don't waste too much of it. Big enough for something. Measure it again. It's hard to see my edge. There it is. Alright, I'm coming a lot in because I'm right on the edge there. Actually, I'm going to try to pull this down just in case it's not the same. Think about there. See if they match up. Hopefully they match up. Yep, good. That means I am relatively straight. Okie dokie. Just fold this first. Just to get a center piece. And fold this. It's closer. They never line up perfectly. I don't think the way the circle, the ridges go, that it will let you line up perfectly. All right, so we're going to put this down like this. And we're going to mark the back thing because I like the way that worked. Remember, I'm coming in a good 1/4 of an inch from this line, so it does not matter how strongly I make it. Okay. Logically, I should be able to cut those at the same time. Logically, right? Are they the same? Not quite. They're similar, but they're not quite the same. All right, so I'll go about at least 1/8 of an inch. Man, can I come this way? Oh, that's better. I was like, it's so hard to cut on that side, and I wasn't learning my lesson. It's easier to see on this side. If I cut the other way, I can't see. It's just harder to hold this way. Luckily, it does not have to be exact, just close. All we need is close. Got a little bit rough there. Okay. I didn't mark the edge, but I'll figure it out. Hopefully I can match it. It's fine. Let's see. Let's match that way. I think that's right. Could come a little further there. Just a tiny bit deeper. That's good. I'm a little close in this time. All right, it's good enough. Okay. I'm going to continue to do it this way. I think so. I think the glitter glue works fine. Or glitter glue. So I'm trying to remember to come inside. And I am plugged up. Hold on. Let me get a wipe. Pen. All right, let's do it. Oops, now it's really coming out. Try not to go out to my edge. Try to learn from my mistakes. Not always, but I try. I'm just trying to do the most intricate part first, because the other part I can do fast. This part I can't really do super fast. Okay. I should have paid attention to which side that was on. I did not. Think I can figure it out. We shall see. I feel like it's this side. We're going to go with this side. So I'm going to start at my fold. I hope I get it in the right spot this time. I'm going to try not to push too much until I see if I'm where I'm supposed to be. All right. Good. Okay, get the glue off of there. Okay. This side. Hopefully y'all are liking this. I know it's a little tedious. But it's more tedious because I am trying to do the scallop. If you didn't want to do that and just do a straight line, it wouldn't be quite as tedious. But I don't think it's so difficult it can't be done, you know. I try not to give you all projects that are just, you know, too scary. We don't want to scare you. We want to inspire, not scare. Oops. Getting carried away. Just gluing away. I don't want glue there. Don't rip your doily. Go slower. Glue down there. I'm going to put a little powder there where I went over, just because I don't want it to cause me issues. It's not super sticky, but I'd rather be safe. Alright, and then that's fine. I don't mind the white too much on that. I think there's some white on this page, so I might just leave it. I am going to try and reinforce this edge just a bit more, so I'll probably have to clean it up with the powder, because I know I'm going to hit the holes. I don't want the tag to snag on it when you're trying to push it in and out of the thing. If y'all don't have this powder, I've used, like I said, I've used all kinds of things. I've used this makeup powder. This is for like special effects makeup. It's light touch colorless powder. From back when I used to do haunted house makeup. And then also just regular beige face makeup powder, you know. Anything that stops it from being sticky. And works really well. It's amazing how well it works. In reality, you could probably use cornstarch, I would imagine. I try not to use too many food type things, because you never know, it might attract a bug or something. I don't know. I don't know if bugs like cornstarch or not. They might. It's possible. I don't know. So try to stay away from that if possible. Alright, how's that? Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, looks good. Now we gotta glue this and this. Which way do I want it? I think I want it that way. Go over there. Let's see. Let's put my acetate in there. I don't trust myself not to go through the holes. Okay, so here I'm doing it on the bottom because if I did it on the top, I wouldn't know if it was hitting a hole in the bottom. So it's less likely to go through if I put the glue in the spaces on the bottom. You just have to kind of eye it and see where it's hitting. It doesn't have to be a lot, just so it tacks it down. Because once you put, if you put embellishments on top too, that'll help. A little bit there. Okay, let's try that. Just enough. Oh, I missed a spot. So you can kind of just catch anywhere you feel like it needs more. Good. Very lovely. And if you're worried about it, if you pull your acetate out and it has a lot of glue on it, you might want to give it just a minute. At the very least, just kind of feel in there. I think it's okay. What I might do is, I'm just going to put a little bit of powder on there. Let's see if that, just in case, helps kind of make sure it's not sticky. All right, we got 2 of them done. Let's double check my fold. Fold looks good. So there's that one. I think that's cute. Where's that fold at? I can't even see the fold on this paper. So that'll be like that. It's going to stick out a little, but I'm going to be putting lace on most of these edges. So the fact that that is a little bit long doesn't bother me in this case, because like I said, I will be putting lace and things, so it's just going to stick out a little. And it's just, it is what it is. I didn't even notice it on the other one. Was that a smaller one? I bet it was. This one's bigger. I think I had 2 different sizes, and yeah, this one's smaller. So if you don't want it to stick out, make sure you use a smaller one. I only had those bigger ones left, I think. So that's fine. I don't care if it sticks out, because like I said, I am going to put lace, and I have plenty of room in my cover, which I can show you what I mean. Where is my cover? There it is. I have a lot of room here. So if it sticks out like that, it's still not going to stick out of this, because I do have a lot of room in here. So it's only going to be to about there. But these pages will have lace and other things on them too, so that won't just be sticking out by itself. If it makes, I think it's so weak that it will cause a problem and tear or anything like that. I think it'll be strong enough. So that's cute. I like that. But I didn't notice that it was a bigger piece. Not a huge deal though in this case, but it could have been a huge deal. All right, where's my blue one? Oh, there it is. How are we doing on time? Okay, we're okay. I got powder everywhere, guys. Let me clean this up a little. Ooh. Don't move the whole thing. I think it's about time to clean my mat again. Getting a little bit dirty. All right, so this one we have green flowers. I may actually tone this one down first. I haven't been doing that, but I think I will on this one. So, because that's a lot of browns, no whites. See if there's a directional thing. Not really. I think I'll go this direction. And this does have a lot of shading. So if if I want to use, I think I might just do that middle piece again, trim off some of this. So let's figure out how big. Like I said, this one's going to stick out too because this is also a big doily. So this doily, just so you know, it's probably 12 inches. Let me see. I have to go end to end. Yeah, it's a 12-inch doily. So the 10-inch is a little bit safer bet. But I didn't have that, so let's fold this one. I haven't folded it yet. And how wide am I folding these? Well, about the size of this acetate, so approximately 4 inches wide. Stay. So let's pick a center point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, about there. It's going to put me right on that stuff. Maybe I'll pick this for center point. Is that any better? No, that's worse. All right. We'll pick this for center point. I'm just looking at where my fold's going to be. And I've been trying to get on that spot. So it's probably more like 5 inches. Because, or at least 4.5, just so I get a little bit of that thicker material. Let's see, approximately 1, 2.5, and 2.5, so 5. Seems to be about where we're at. At least on my doily. All doilies are going to be different. Their designs are not going to be in the same spot. Let's see. 1, 2.5 would be there. So yeah, this one's not going to hit in the same. It never does. I don't know why. It's something to do with the way the design is. But it's okay. We're going to do it here anyway. There. That looks good. Okay. And then we can figure out how big we want that. It's not like I don't have plenty of room. I can make it as wide as I want. But I think I will make it out of the middle just so that brighter area's in there. I'll try to leave equal amounts so that I can use this for a tag or something later. I'll just do it there. And I want to get to decorating one. I might not get to all 3 of them. I want to do my paper flowers too. I want to do so much, guys. You know me, I'm over. Gosh, I always overthink. I always do too much. My eyes are bigger than my crafting ability. Just a little bit. All right, I think that looks good. So I'm debating if I want to tone this down or not, because honestly, it's not bad. I want to put something on the back of that paper, though. Because this color in here is very much this color, almost exactly. And then this green is very much that green. So I think it'll be okay. I'm not going to tone it. Maybe by the time I embellish it with stuff, it won't matter. All right, let's center this up. First, before I forget, I'm going to color the back of this paper. You really only need to color just from here and here, so just that very outside edge, so like the last couple of inches there. I could cut it off first, just as long as I don't forget. We'll cut it off because I don't want to forget. I'll forget. If I do it last, I'll forget. You know what I am going to do, though? I am going to trace it and write on it. Okay. So this is the left. Just put a little L there. And we'll do the same thing on this paper. A little L. going to be covered mostly, so actually let's put the L inside so it doesn't have a chance of showing. I don't think it will, but we'll put it in there anyway. All right, so I want to tone this down. Let's tone it down with that green color. What do I have with that? I have peeled paint. I'll bet that's close. Let's see if that's close. That way we don't have all that white space showing through this time. Can't tell if that's going to be close or not. I may end up using Rustic Wilderness. Do I have a peeled paint up here? I do not. Do I? No, that's sandpaper. Alright, well these, I don't want to use this. This is ink, isn't it? Yeah, this is ink. I can't use my just oxide in my inks. I can't intermingle them. That will cause a problem. Grab my ink. Rustic Wilderness, where are you hiding? Here somewhere, I think. There you are. It's a little one, but that's okay. It looks very dark, but I think it'll be all right. You know, I'm going to do a little, I just want to see the color. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So we're just going to, this is just to hide the white. Could have put cardboard down, but I wasn't thinking. So, get ink all over my table. Like I said, it only needs to go down just a little bit. Maybe there. By the time I cut it off. I could have used a brush and it would have been a little smoother, but it's just going to be shown through the holes, so I don't think it matters. If it's got some bright spots and some lower, less bright spots. If you quit folding it. Okay, good enough. Let's try that. Let me line it up first and make sure before I say that's good enough. Left, left, and left. Yeah. Let me get to where the line is. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So if you don't want the white showing, do that first. And that seems to work very well. Now we're going to cut our little thingies. Put my things back in here. Put this back in here. Okay. Alright, anybody say anything? Nope, everybody's quiet. Okay. Put this on here, it's going to dry out on me. Oh, I waited too long. If you do that and you can't get your pen in, wipe your pen off, grab your bottle, put it inside your wet wipe and squeeze it a couple of times. And what that does is it just pulls that little bit of moisture from your cloth inside the bottle, and it'll clear it up because it hasn't really hardened super hard yet, only just a little bit. And that always seems to work well for me. All right, so about 1/8 of an inch or so. I think 1/8 of an inch seems to work pretty good. Well, it might be as much as 1/4, but about 1/8. There's one. This is actually easier than I thought it would be to go around the little scallops and make it look decent. I was a little worried about doing that, but I think I like it, so. Alright. Okay, we're going to fold both of these. Get on the right side. Where's Where's my L? There it is. Make sure I've got my cuts in the right spot. And they look okay. They do. I'm just going to fold them at the same time this time. As long as you hold it together, it should be okay. Just trying to stretch out there. Don't stretch out on me. Stay where you're supposed to. Okay, we're going to do one side at a time. That seems to be working. Stay. The hardest thing is just to start gluing and not get carried away and keep gluing to the whole other edge. Now, if you do use a glue stick or something, I would do it on the paper side, not the doily side, and I would just make sure that it's completely dried before you go sticking it into the signature or anything. Once the glue stick's dried, it usually isn't too sticky. Assuming you're using a permanent glue stick and not a repositionable or something. Trying to line up the fold each time, and that way I can kind of hopefully be in the right spot. That's the idea anyway. Okay. And glue that went through. It's fine. There's that train again. We're relatively close to the train track. As a crow flies, anyway. Do y'all like this project? Is this fun? Do you think you'll try to make yourself some doily pockets? I'll show you the other ones too if I have time. I don't know if I'll have time. I'll try to do at least one. Or you can go watch Shabbydabbydooddah's video. She does the plain ones, not to where, oops, I didn't really want that there. Not one that's going across the page like this, but they're made almost identically. Almost. Not quite. She doesn't scallop hers. Okay. I think I got it all. All right. Clean up back. So that works well. I'm going to erase that L. There. Okay. I like that with the holes colored. It does look a little bit better. What was I doing? I lost my train of thought. Putting powder on. Just make sure there's no sticky. I just don't want it sticking to my page. Just in case. Ooh, powder everywhere. All right, that feels good. And let's do this. I think I'll put the dark one on the top. All right, one more little thing. Whoops, I forgot my acetate. Where's it at? Where'd you go? It's invisible. There it is. There. Just best to have a little safeguard. Alright, and where's my little rag at? Girl. Keep burying stuff. I use a muslin, just a piece of some sort of muslin, for wiping off glue. It doesn't stick to it, and it you know, picks it all up. Then it isn't quite as bad. There's not any real excess. All right, there. Make sure that our center's not. I think it's okay. You can see. You can see that a little almost always comes through. But as long as you have something, and I could just leave the acetate in there until it dries. But we don't have that kind of time right now, so I'm just doing these other things to make it work. Okay. Fold her over, and we have one more. And like I said, these will get sewed in. So they'll be sewed in. And with that cardstock, or not cardstock, but scrapbook paper in there, it'll be thick enough that sewing. You can't sew a doily on the last page as easily because it's so thin, it would just end up ripping out. But by putting it on something like this, then you can and not run into problems. Putting them in the middle like this isn't as big of a deal because they have a little bit of protection. But here, they don't have that kind of protection. This one doesn't stick out quite as far. It's so weird. That one doily was really long. This one's not quite as far. All right, I think the colors are good. Like I said, if I feel it's too green here, by the time I put the embellishments on, it'll be fine. I'm not going to stress because I know that it'll even itself out. So what Shabbydabbydoodah was doing is she was taking the same paper that she used here and add somewhere at the bottom, anywhere, just to give it, to tie it in. So to do that, I can move that out of my way. It's complicated. Here, we're just going to do it this way. So figure out which way I want to do it. I think I will use okay, so all I'm going to do is put it right there, but I'm going to make it torn. I'm debating if I want to use my tear or if I want to just tear it. I think I just want to tear it. It's going to put the, if I do it all at the same time, it's going to put the torn edge on incorrectly, so I want the white edge to show. Which way is that? This way. Okay, I'm going to try to get just a little bit of that edge. That way I can ink it and it'll show. show. So I'm going to do that there. And this one will be, what do you think about this? This one will be like this, and this one will be like this. So we want this edge to be the solid part. So this way. Okay, like that. So we're just going to glue that on there. It could be a tuck or a pocket, but I'm not. I'm gonna put stuff over the top of it later. I'm not gonna get too much to decorating tonight because this took me way too long, and I wanted to do those little paper flowers, tea bag flowers. I could save it for another project, I guess. Could save it for Friday. I almost rather save it for Friday and not rush it. So I'm gonna put this here. Oops, I'm a little bit off on my cutting. Oh, I was going to ink that. It's okay. It's okay. There's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Which one is it? This one. I forgot to ink it. Trying from my ink. I'm just going to use this paper right there. Close. Only miss that one little bit right there. Not too bad. All right. This one I'll try to remember to ink first. I could have just left the white, but like I said, there's not a lot of white on this page, so I was trying to get rid of it. There. I'm going to try to cut this one better. Do I like it there? I do like it there. I can always trim it if it's not in the right spot. But just by putting just this little bit of the same paper, you kind of tie it in both pieces. And it's optional. But I like it. She did it and she kept saying, you don't have to do it. And I was like, oh, but I like it. It's actually a really good idea. I think sometimes we don't trust ourselves that we have a good idea. All right, I'll save those. I can use them for something somewhere. So now when it's in there, this will be tied in a little better. Okay? It'll be like that. And then we're going to put more embellishment, but I'm not going to do that today. But I will go ahead and do the other two and tie those in. And then what should I do? Should I try to do, I have approximately 30 minutes. I might could do it. So this was the stripe paper. Let me find the stripe paper. Okay. That was horrible. Doesn't matter, but it really wasn't a very good job. Which way? This way? No, this way. No, I was right first. I was trying to get the white edge because it just pulls the ink up off better. If you don't have it, then the ink doesn't show up as much. Well, that is not working. Let me grab my little one. Where's it at? That's walnut. Oh, vintage. Stay. Don't like that. Okay. This down. You haven't seen Shabbydabbydoodah? She's pretty popular. She's been around for a while. Granted, there's so many. Gosh. Now, most of the time when I'm talking about people, they are YouTubers. I don't know if she even does Facebook. So, if you don't do a lot of YouTube, that could be why too. I'm just going to center this because I was a little bit off, but that's okay. And there's that piece. But yeah, there's so many I watch. Gosh, I probably watch at least 20 different regular YouTubers. And I have like a junk journal playlist on my YouTube that has a lot of my people I watch regularly. I post the videos on there that I get inspiration from if I can think about it. There's a few I forget, but I try to. And then if I have a link, I try to also do the link, which on this one, when I post my YouTube video, I will put the link for her page, since she did inspire me to do this. I try to be good about that. That is way too long. It's gonna be a lot of glue there. Better. Oh my gosh. Just trying not to cut my doily, so I don't want to get too close. All right. So there. So that's tied in a little bit better. And there's our pink one. We got our blue one. And where's the other one? Green. And this one, like I said, this one must have been a 10-inch that I already had. Yeah, it looks like it's a 10-inch doily. What did I use there? Green. Let me find it. I guess it's this page. Which direction do I want to go? I think I like it this direction on this side. So let's go ahead and try to cut this. I'm not even worried about whether it's perfectly straight or not, because it doesn't really matter. Just cut a little piece for both sides. And we'll tear this. Definitely gets faster as you go. Let me make sure I got that the right size this time. Yeah, okay. Some ink. I like this green stripe, it's pretty. It's either my chalk pencil or something, I think. All right, so that's going to go there. Okay. We're almost done with these things. And I'm definitely not going to have time to get to my paper flowers. My tea bag flowers. So I will do those Friday then. Because I don't want to rush it. And if I try to squeeze it in tonight, I'm just going to rush it and it's not going to be as good. We'll use them to embellish a tag or something. So you get something to look forward to for Friday. It's still too long. How am I keep doing that? Always underestimating. Okay, there's that. So that looks good. And let's just... Okay, it totally fits. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe the other side was bigger or something, or smaller. Or this was supposed to be on that side or something. I don't know. Who knows? Okay. Let's just turn it this way. All right. There. Cute. I like it. And then we'll make tags or something to put in there. I can grab my box of ephemera just to show you. Got like postcards and things like that. Just go in like that. It's a little flimsy, but I think it'll be all right. Might glue that bit right there. So I don't like the way it's grabbing. I don't trust myself either. Where's that tape? They're a tiny bit flimsy for getting things in and out of, I guess, but you know, it is what it is. Just get that to stick better. Trying to get it to release. I can't get it to release. There. It's hard to get your hand in there. Make sure it's not too sticky. Okay, it's not too bad. But anyway, so things will go in the pockets. They're not the easiest pockets to get into, but I could line them, but I don't know. I didn't want to line them. I honestly can't remember if she does. I don't think she did. I'm pretty sure she didn't. But, so something like that, or a postcard, something like that. And they're going to be a little bit fitsy to get in and out, but it will work. If it's this is a little long, but because, well, with this one it's not so bad because it's not going to stick out that far, but I think I'd want it just a little bit shorter. So we'll play around with ephemera and find something fun to put in. They are pretty. I'm not 100% sure about the, you know, the doily pocket being a pain or not. That I'm not 100% sure about. It might not be a pain. And how often are you going to pull the tag in and out anyway? You know, not over and over, hopefully. So, but I like that. That's pretty. I think it'll blend into that page nicely. So that is that. And then Friday, I will do these little tea bag flowers, okay? They're very easy to do. So we'll play with those, but they're going to make really cute embellishments. Like on that one we just did. Stay. You could put them anywhere, but I'm just saying. Like some sort of a vintage embellishment for something like that, or even over here. And I've got buttons on them. I tried to pick my thinnest buttons I had, but they'll make really cute embellishments. So we'll make a few more of these so I can show you how I did them. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but there are a few details that you need to know. We'll do that on Friday. And I will also do on Friday, because that won't take me all the time, I will also do a pocket for over the edge using junk mail. And the way that is I'm trying to find something that's plain edge. Here, there's something. So you just basically take a junk mail envelope. Try to find one that's opened. Not opened. Where's it at? I know I've got some open ones here, guys. Well, I thought I had some open ones, but maybe not. But anyway, you take a junk mail envelope and it just ends up going, oh, that's on the wrong side. Here, we'll do it on this one. It goes over the edge of the pocket like this. Like that. Okay. And this is cut and there's decoration and stuff. So we'll do that on Friday as well. And the little flowers, rosettes, flowers, whatever you want to call them. We'll do those. All right, so this took a little longer than I was expecting, but that's typical. And then we'll decorate these possibly with the rosettes or some other things. And these will be cute for our centers, I think. Okay, guys, so hopefully y'all like that. I know it was kind of a lot of the same thing once we did one, but unfortunately, sometimes that's how it works out. This is totally upside down. So we'll just lay these out here so you can see them. Is that upside down? No, that's right. All right. So that is what we did today. And I will see you guys on Friday, same time, 9 o'clock. And we'll work on the other things. All right, guys. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care. And I'll see you next time. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.